Now, here's a little guided tour of a likely warning that will appear on the panel of the boiler. This is it here, and I'll pull back and you can see the whole boiler. So that's just on the front of the boiler. Okay, now the boiler is fed with pellets from a huge pellet store out here. This is what's behind this wooden shack here, and it sucks the boiler sucks the pellets from the shack via these pipes. Okay, so rattle, 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 the pipes, the pellets come from the store into the boiler. Now, okay, they come in just here. I mean, you don't really need to know this, but I'm telling you anyway. And the pellets come from this store here into the boiler where they get burned, which produces heat, which then heats up all the water in this enormous tank here. And the enormous tank will provide heat for both the heating and hot water. But at this time of the year we're running the pellet store down because we want to have the tank completely empty so that it can be cleaned out of dust, etc. Now this means that there's so few pellets in the tank that they don't automatically fall down, so they can be sucked out by the vacuum. So what you need to do when you see the warning that's on the boiler, which I just showed you, let's go back there again. It says on here, maximum suction time exceeded. So all you need to do to correct that error and to get the boiler and to get the this pellet thing to fill up again is to press the button which says confirm, and you'll hear a terrible whirring noise. Listen, you ready? There it goes. And we need to go back to the pellet store, and we need to agitate the pellets in the store by whacking them with this welly. So you're watching? Okay, here's the welly, here's the store, and this causes the pellets to fall down where they can be sucked out. Now you may need to do this for a minute or two. Basically you keep doing this until the terrible whirring noise which is going on in the background switches off, and then that means that the pellet store is full. The pellet store by the boiler, that is. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to complete it now. And then, when the pellet store when this is full, i.e. it's got 90 kilos in it, the pump will switch off and everything will be back to normal. And then you won't need to attend to it again until you see the warning sign coming up on the panel here. And it's just a kind of grey display which says boiler function block warning. And then you just need to start the whole process again of pushing the button with a tick on it, and then the pump starts up, the vacuum starts up, and then you need to go back to the pellet store and start bashing it with a welly to get the pellets to fall down. Okay, no problem. By the way, the suction pump in here will come on at 7 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning automatically. So, as on the whole, you will not need to attend to it. But if the warning light comes on, it means that there isn't sufficient pellets in here to keep the boiler going forever and a day. Although it'll probably be okay for a couple of days. That's it. Bye.